Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Bozard Ford studio for the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning. We have a proposed dog and wine park in St. Johns County. The Marineland auction is coming up soon. A St. Augustine man pleads guilty after making threats against the president, and a teen tries to steal the catch pot from a local casino. We'll find out how that worked out for him. We'll get to all that and more, but first, we want to thank Bozard Ford. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. It's a local legacy built on trust, family values, and a commitment to doing things the right way. Proudly serving St. Augustine and beyond for over 75 years, Bozard offers award-winning service, unbeatable selection, and a state-of-the-art facility with 91 climate-controlled service bays, a quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance, and even Ford's Garage restaurant right there on site. Recognized with the Triple Crown Award and President's Awards, Bozard Ford Lincoln is where hometown service meets national excellence. Great pricing, friendly faces, and a better buying experience are just off I-95 and State Road 16. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they are driven to inspire. Also, a big shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. We've got Fidus Roofing, Old Town Trolley, Bin 39 Wine Bar, BNS Signs, Chiba Hut Toasted Subs, St. Augie's Pizza, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, and St. Augustine Handy Houses. You can support all of our wonderful sponsors and support us with your likes, comments, and shares. Follow us on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube and Rumble, and you can also download our app from the Apple App Store. All right. Good morning, fellas. How we doing?
We're doing great. It is hump day.
Hump day.
So
we're halfway through.
Yes. And Joy, thank you. And Tim, thank you. Joy, especially thank you because you came in strong with the Gas Buddy gas report because it is down, but we are prepared because of you.
We are.
So,
thank you guys.
Yeah. So I am quickly writing down all her numbers over here if you guys are wondering what I'm doing.
Right on. I like this hat. You don't wear this one often.
I don't wear this one a whole lot. Yeah. It's kind of more of a winter type hat. It's a little on the heavy side.
Yeah.
And it gets, because it's leather, it gets really warm in the summertime. So it's starting to work our way in. As the days get shorter, you'll see this hat more.
Awesome. All right. How you doing today, Aiden? That's the trajectory of all of our mornings.
And now I'm here.
Turns out. All right. Do we have a question of the day?
We do have a question of the day. So it is National Punctuation Day. So I did go to the National today. I did see that. Joy threw that in there, and I'm the worst about that. But today's question, couldn't really come up with a question on that one. Today's question of the day is, what's the biggest difference between you now and 5 years ago?
I'm in the studio.
Yeah.
I scrolled back. It was 4 years ago that I started on the evening show that Clay had called me and said, hey, would you want to fill in for me some nights on the evening show? And as soon as I was trained, that was 4 nights a week. 3 nights a week at that point. And then I was like, yeah, sure, I can do Mondays too. And so 4 nights a week very, very quickly. And then I just had to call him to cover for me when I was traveling.
Yeah, it switched.
Yeah, so that was that's probably the biggest change because I've still homeschooling my kids. We had just bought a house August 2019, so that's just out of the window of the 5 years.
Just outside of that.
Yeah, so we were settling in. My husband was in college. He was changing careers, and now he's settled and he's in his career, and he's at a great location in St. Augustine. And so, our lives are more settled. They were very much in transition in 21. And I'm in this gig, so fun times.
Yep. Aiden, what about you? I mean, this is a third of your life, is what I just asked about.
Yeah, it's a tough question for me because I would say probably being able to drive now, I guess. But third of my life, a lot of things are pretty
Yeah, it's a big gap between like 12 and 17.
Yeah, for sure.
So
that's a big leap.
Yeah, it's a big leap. And I the biggest change to me is, having the girls. Rebecca and Maeve in my life, and that's that's the biggest change for me, because it was us three boys for years, and yeah, now we have 5 in the house.
Now you
Yeah,
have more colors
we
and
have,
more sparkles
yes,
and more
we
things.
have a lot more Barbie doll houses in the living room. A lot
than ever before.
a lot of stickers I find in random places on my body and in the house, and
Right
yeah,
on.
yeah, because you just never know where those stickers are going to land.
That is true.
So
100%. My kids just got birthday money, and so they got an Amazon order on Sunday from spending some of that birthday money.
Mhm.
And so I came home yesterday from the show and got this, that feeling something's looking at you. And there's just a Barbie sitting
yeah,
with like her
hold,
legs
hold on,
crossed on the
hold on
banister.
1 second. Aiden, you got to turn on your mic. Yes.
Ooh, there was no one in there, so I muted the mic. So push your slider up. Yeah. Sorry about that, Aiden.
The
from
slider
last
is
night?
usually
Yes.
on.
Yeah.
It is usually on because there's usually someone in that room.
Yeah.
But it's a loud room. So
Thanks, Amanda.
Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad.
So Aiden's answer was driving.
Yes, driving was Aiden's answer. Sorry. So yeah, there was a Barbie on the banister staring at me
Okay.
as I walked in.
Always creepy.
Yeah. And I'm just like setting stuff down. I'm like, and finally I see it. And she's just like sitting there with her legs crossed, just
Yeah.
staring.
Yeah,
Okay.
the Barbie that only one that really creeps me out is the one that like the hairdresser Barbie that's like this tall
Mm-hmm.
and
Like the bust.
yeah, and Maeve decided to redesign
Ah.
and made it look like a zombie Barbie.
Ooh.
So she was a little creepy for a while. I don't know where she's at now.
It's very creative. Yes. Very nice. Now it's time for a quick check of the weather.
It's nice still.
Yeah.
Still nice.
All right.
I might get a little cloudy, but it shouldn't be a whole lot of rain if there is any rain today.
I'm
Like
not
only
mad
like
at
10 or
that.
15%.
Yeah. That quick check of the weather brought to you by Bin 39. Discover one of St. Augustine's best kept secrets, Bin 39, tucked inside St. George Inn at the north end of St. George Street, with over 95 boutique wines, 50 of them rated 90 points or higher by Robert Parker. It's the perfect spot for a romantic date night or a relaxing after work unwind. Sit by the glass or the bottle in a serene courtyard setting and enjoy live music Thursday through Sunday. Open daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just stop by and say, I'll have what Irving's having. Ben 39, your taste to discover. All right. I was playing around with some puns and stuff.
Puns?
So, since Blake is traveling,
Okay, let's tell the truth. You and Louie were hitting the bourbon last night.
we were gifted some bottles of bourbon.
The 904 gifted
Mm-hmm.
the family some bourbon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and
So-
this is what we came up with.
We were tasting some bourbon, and I thought, wouldn't it be funny if the traffic report was called Slam the Aiden Accelerator?
Great.
No?
Here's the slamming accelerator out there. You can really let it loose on those open highways.
Yeah, you can. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not too crowded. Lower left, lower right, there's a little more congestion. Right on. All right.
Yeah, it looks like lower left has got a little bit of back up there.
Yeah. All right. That traffic report
Still
brought
looks
to you
pretty
by Old Town Trolley. Climb aboard Old Town Trolley and experience over 500 years of history in the heart of St. Augustine. This fully narrated 90-minute tour features 22 convenient stops and covers more than 100 points of interest, including iconic landmarks like the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Flagler's Historic Hotel. With open-air views and all-day hop-on, hop-off access, it's the most fun and flexible way to explore the nation's oldest city. Your ticket also includes free admission to the St. Augustine History Museum, and local St. Johns County residents ride free with a full fare guest through the Hometown Pass program. Sign up today at hometownpass.com. Old Town Trolley, the best way to see St. Augustine, one stop at a time. All right, moving into the news. We have dog park with beer and wine cafe proposed for St. Augustine, which
They have them in Jacksonville.
sounds like a risky proposition, but let's get
The
it.
hard part is getting the dogs to hold the wine. They spill
Yeah,
a lot.
They do.
Yeah, they're irresponsible, and like I said the other day about the Chihuahuas, they can't hold their liquor. They're more tequila
100%.
dogs than beer and wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
They
it's,
can't handle the wine.
yeah.
All right, a new kind of park coming soon to St. Johns County, maybe. one designed for the whole family, including the four-legged members. The Planning and Zoning Agency has unanimously recommended approval for the San Sebastian Dog Park, a 1.25-acre outdoor hangout that would feature a fenced dog park, a cafe serving beer and wine, and even a play area for the kids. The property is owned by Nala Bell and Ryan Mayer, who also run the Mirabella and Shores Animal Hospitals. Mayer told the panel they see the project as a family-centered destination where dogs, kids, and parents can each enjoy their own space while still spending time together. The site sits just west of US 1, overlooking the San Sebastian River, across from the county government buildings and within walking distance of the growing Flagler Crossing apartment complex, which already has more than 300 households. Plans call for a 1,300 square foot cafe, an outdoor deck, dog play zones, and a children's playground. A membership system would regulate canine access with vaccinations required and staff known as bark rangers on site to monitor safety and behavior.
Mm-hmm.
The park would initially open Thursday through Sunday from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., expanding to Tuesday through Sunday after its first 6 months. Alcohol sales would be limited to designated areas and subject to county rules and inspections. The proposal now heads to the St. Johns County Commission for a final vote. I do love that there's like a playground for kids, but we're completely ignoring that and we're calling it a boozy dog park.
Yes, but I mean it's more about the socialization and what. And when I was at Parks and Rec when the dog park trend really started,
Mm-hmm.
and I think we were a little ahead of a lot of other places.
Yeah.
But I had to be convinced. Like I had to be convinced on the skate park. Skate park was great out at Treaty Park and stuff, you know. But I had to be convinced on the dog park. It's like, who's going to go to this?
Yeah.
Woo, was I wrong? I mean, I think we have like 6 now in St. Johns County, 1 in the city. You know, but I mean, dog parks are socialization for humans
Mm-hmm.
and the dogs.
And the dogs.
Dogs enjoy it, but I mean, it's more for the humans.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
it's more for the humans. So,
Mm-hmm.
my dogs have never been overly social, so my dogs really aren't dog park dogs.
Yeah.
So, and your dogs would be, I guess, pretty intimidating to a lot of dogs at dog parks.
The problem with taking my dogs somewhere where they can run away from me and I can't kind of modulate what's going on is
Mhm.
that people are really weird with my dogs.
Yeah.
And they're big, and so kids want to like try and ride them like a horse, and that ain't right. And parents are very slow to tell their kids not to do that. And so I
don't see a lot of children at dog parks.
So at Treaty Oaks dog parks, we would take our big dogs
Okay.
to Treaty Oaks dog parks. And yeah, there were a lot of kids there, and probably because they were, in and out doing other things. But yeah, people tried to saddle my dogs more than one time, and it's like, yeah, this might just not be for me.
Sorry,
but
but I only tried it once.
I know, but we were slow, so I was able to stop it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got 2 girl dogs right now. One of them that is very people focused. So a dog park is not her jam. And then the other one is just she plays like a puppy, but she's 105 pounds.
Mhm.
And so puppies are very mouthy. Like she doesn't close her mouth on anything, but she puts her mouth on things. And so if you don't know that she's not going to close it, then it can be a little intimidating. So
No,
it's not for us.
Like I said, I could see your dog. My dogs, I could see them like corralling all the other dogs. Yeah.
Trying to put order to chaos.
Yeah. No, you over here. We're over here now. We got to get over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I could just see Chili and Blue doing that. But Blue's attitude towards other dogs is not great. So
Yeah.
he's like, nope, I'm a working dog, and you're not a part of my crew.
You're not my problem, so get
Yes.
away.
Yeah, you're not a part of my crew. I just don't see it.
Yeah.
So
Right on. So this sounds like a lot of fun for people who have dogs that love dog parks.
Yeah. For the people that love dog parks, that have trained your dogs to love dog parks.
Yeah.
'Cause that's where it's at.
All right.
All right. I mean, I'm not opposed to wine and hanging with your pups, but
I think this is great just on the basis that it gets people outside.
yeah.
People
We
need
get
to
some
get outside
socializing.
around people and just have conversations with other humans that aren't in your bubble.
Yeah. And Rebecca's like, that is, yeah, no, my dogs are my dogs. I want them
Yes.
to understand my domain, and I want to have control of that.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
that's the other thing at the dog park. You don't have control.
Yeah, and that's the issue.
Yeah.
All right,
Ready?
moving on.
Yep.
Marineland Dolphin Adventure sets October 6th auction bid deadline. The clock is ticking on the future of Marineland Dolphin Adventure in St. Augustine. The deadline to bid on the property is October 6th, with the auction scheduled for October 13th. The sale comes after the park's parent company, the Dolphin Company, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy back in March. Marineland sits on about 6 acres of prime oceanfront and intercoastal waterway land with nearly 24,000 square feet of improvements. Green Hill Company, a New York-based investment bank, is advising on the sale, while Keene Summit Capital Partners will oversee the auction. The auction is accepting stalking horse offers, initial bids that set a minimum price and encourage competition, but Green Hill declined to disclose an asking price. Records show the Dolphin Company, based in Cancun, Mexico, bought Marineland in 2019 from the Georgia Aquarium for about $3 million, but this spring, the Florida Division of Workers' Compensation issued a stop work order after the company failed to provide workers' compensation coverage. Marineland first opened in 1938 as Marine Studios, the world's first underwater film studio and dolphin training facility. Today, the Dolphin Company says it operates 30 parks and dolphin habitats in 8 countries. Other U.S. properties headed for auction under the bankruptcy include Gulf World Marine Park in Panama City Beach and Miami Aquarium. Right.
I have a couple more weeks to win the lottery. Is what it sounds like. That's exactly what that says. I got a couple more weeks to win the lottery, so I can buy Marineland.
The auction's happening on my birthday,
Mhm.
and I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign.
If I win the lottery, it'll be a birthday present.
I'll get another job. Yeah, so it didn't open in 38 as a dolphin training facility. It opened in 38 as an underwater film studio that decided, hey, we'll sell tickets to the public so that they can see what's going on here when we're not actively filming something. And as a result, an elephant trainer saw something in dolphins, because people didn't know that anything really
How
about
smart they
dolphins
were.
at that point. That there were even really mammals. That was still pretty new information. And so he convinced Marine Studios to let him try to train a dolphin. And so he left
Probably
the
had
circus.
instant success.
Well, yeah, he had success pretty quickly, and so that was the first ever trained dolphin, and it was Flippy, and so that's how that happened.
Now Flipper. Flippy.
Due to copyright restrictions, the show is Flipper,
Yeah.
but the dolphin was Flippy,
Yeah.
the trained porpoise. It was Flippy, the trained porpoise show. So yeah.
That's cool. That's great history, though.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's a lot of really awesome history there, and I really hope that Marineland is sold to someone who wants to maintain that history and maintain that legacy and move forward with it as Marineland. And there's lots of really cool things that could be done at Marineland to make it a really awesome place and destination for the community and for visitors. So I really hope that happens.
it'd be great if, like, the state of Florida or somebody stepped up that could make it happen. I mean,
Yeah,
the
for sure.
Georgia Aquarium, they couldn't, when things got a little tight financially, it was too far away for them to do it. But they were doing a great job for a while.
They were really doing a great
Is that
job.
who you worked with?
No, I predated Georgia Aquarium. So the owner of Marineland, it was privately owned at that point, and it was a developer purchased the property. He had a daughter that had some disabilities, and he had heard some hopeful research about dolphins interacting with people that had those disabilities, and there being improvements. And so he bought the park for his daughter.
That's commitment to your.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. So, well, hopefully someone nice gets it.
Yes.
We want a nice neighbor.
Hmm.
Always want a nice neighbor when
Yes.
somebody moves out. We want a nice neighbor.
Yeah, I'm more hopeful about Marineland continuing on as Marineland than I am about Gulf World and Miami Seaquarium.
Oh yeah.
The area is just not as friendly to Miami Seaquarium, the surrounding area, and hasn't been for years. So I'm really concerned about the future of that park. And Gulf World took the worst hit from Dolphin Company's failure as a parent company. And so I fully expect Gulf World to be
To be gone,
demolished
to be
and
done.
developed.
Yeah.
So
Where are
Lots
the
of change.
Dolphins at right now? Are they still at Marineland, I'm assuming?
yes, they're still at Marineland. They're still selling programs. I was very tempted to try and buy a program for my family because I've never been able to get my kids in the water with the dolphins at Marineland.
Yeah, so
And
maybe we need to do that with
Yeah.
Dave and before they go away.
yeah, so at least get it in. They were running lots of specials. At least get it in before October 6th. Because
Because the boys have done it, Dolphin Experience in the
Mhm.
Keys, but maybe I don't think it's had a Dolphin Experience yet.
and Marineland's a really special place for it. The Royal Swim in particular is a really special program if you want to do in water. If you want to do dry land, the dolphin paintings are very cool. That's the best dry experience
Just get in the water.
Yeah.
Just get in the water.
for sure.
Yeah. so
For a
that's-
while, you got a painting with the Royal Swim. I don't know if they still have that combined. But the paintings are really cool. I have the paintings all over my house. We had to practice it with the dolphins. We had to train dolphins, and so I have paintings from dolphins that no one could get paintings.
Yeah,
with
we
at that
did
time.
do a great dolphin experience in Key Largo.
Mhm.
I mean, the dolphins jumped over us. We were able to, kind of get behind the dolphins.
Yeah.
And they pull us, and
Mhm.
it was really, really done nicely. And Ty absolutely loved it. Blake enjoyed it, but Ty, he's my water baby.
Yeah,
So
awesome.
so
A lot of fun.
yep.
All right, this is the time when we would do the Gas Buddy gas report, but Gas Buddy is still trying to fill
I'm
up at this point.
prepared
You got it.
because of Tim and especially Joy. Tim gave us Costco's at $2.79. Here's the list Joy gave us.
Holy moly.
All right.
Get it, girl.
All right, $2.97 at Circle K South, $2.98 at BP, $2.97 at Wawa, $2.97 at Speedway. The Circle K on US 1 is at $2.94. Owens is at $2.97. Sunoco is at $2.97, and the Shell on King Street is at $2.95. And in Brunswick, Georgia, Kenny gave us $3.09.
Nice.
So you guys coming in strong. Appreciate you holding us up.
You guys killed the gas report.
Yeah.
All right. Chris Lucero bail bond sponsored that gas report. Trouble with the law? Call the name St. Augustine has trusted for years. Chris Lucero bail bonds available 24/7. Their experienced and compassionate team works fast to get you or your loved one out of jail and back home. From paperwork to release, they make the process simple, discreet, and stress-free. No judgment, just help when you need it most. When time matters, remember the name and the number. Chris Lucero bail bonds at 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245.
All right, and Barbara just came in, and Washington, it is 4:25.
Dude, Robin,
Whew.
move
Robin.
back.
Robin, hopefully you're not driving too much.
All right, live music today. We've got Jim Lamb at Milltop Tavern at noon. We got Smoke and Dough Shower at Trade Winds Lounge at 1 o'clock. Cam Wheaton's at Pierre's Pub at 1 o'clock. Music and Art by the Sea, local art and live music, is at St. Johns County Ocean Pier at 3 o'clock. Concert portion starts at 7. Reggie Starrett at Milltop Tavern at 4:30. Carpetbaggers at Hurricane Grill and Wings at 5 o'clock. Chubby McGee is at the Tides Oyster Company and Grill at 5. Mark Hart is at Trade Winds Lounge at 5. Dewey Valles at Ann O'Malley's Deli and Pub at 6 o'clock. Shyla Macaluso is at Harry's Seafood Bar and Grill at 6 o'clock. Gary Douglas Campbell is at OC White's at 6:30. Weird Al Yankovic is at the St. Augustine Amphitheater at 7 o'clock tonight. That would be a fun show.
All right, we got to go 3:12 when we go to trivia.
Yeah, for sure. Trivia with Troy and Aiden Adamichis at 7 o'clock tonight. And Greg Johnson is closing out the night at Taps Bar and Grill at 8 o'clock. That music report is brought to you by Fidus Roofing. When it comes to protecting your home, trust Fidus Roofing and Construction, voted best of St. Augustine every year since 2012. As a GAF Master Elite contractor, Fidus installs the GAF Lifetime Roofing System and expert metal roofs built to withstand Florida's toughest weather. From emergency repairs to full replacements, plus pavers and gutters, Fidus delivers quality, durability, and energy savings with every job. For Fidus Roofing, call 904-355-ROOF. That's 904-355-7663. Fidus Roofing, where trust is built from the top down.
All right, if you are coming to trivia tonight, make sure you give them a call over there at Amici's. We did have some open tables last week. There won't be open tables when the snowbirds get here. So if you're questioning, oh, should I go to trivia? Yes, tonight's the night to get there. It's going to be a little bit better because it's still a little slow. Not slow, but it's slower than it's not
slower than it's
overwhelming.
about to be.
It's not overwhelming. It's manageable. Wouldn't you say, Aiden?
I'd say, yeah, manageable. There were like, 5 open tables last time?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
usually when the snowbirds come in, there's like one at best. So good time to come in.
Yeah.
All right. Tapping into the trend.
Tapping into the trends. Now, I have no idea what this one's going to be, and I caught a little bit of what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the term. I don't know what the term means, but I know it's a trending term.
Yes.
So go ahead.
So this is peak brain rot.
Peak brain rot.
Peak brain rot.
That's what our people really want to hear on the 904 now.
You might have heard and seen 6'7", 6'7", 6'7". If you're around teenagers.
I've seen it. I don't know what 6'7".
Yeah.
6'7". 6'7" means.
Nobody does, evidently. All right, so I'm around teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm teaching kids. I have to say the number 6 or the number 7 at various times throughout the day.
Yeah.
And it immediately devolves into 6'7". She said 6'7". 6'7".
Yeah.
If I even start counting something off, then the kids start, oh my word.
So what is 6'7"?
So
Because I know 7's the scariest number.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah. 7,
true.
8, 9.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's very scary.
okay, scary number.
Yeah. That's not it.
I heard a spit laugh from Aiden. I don't know if that came through on the microphone, but I heard a spit laugh.
Because Aiden's familiar with this. So Aiden.
Oh, yeah, this is hilarious for me right now.
What is 6'7"?
So I would imagine at 17, you're probably at the point where you say it ironically because you're making fun of the slightly younger kids. Am I guessing right? Or do you say this unironically? You say it unironically. Okay, so this is very...
I wouldn't go that far.
Do you use this term, Aiden?
100% he does. I promise you he does.
Yeah, that's a scary face. He uses it.
Okay. So, because this is such a... Like, you can't track this. Like, you can get Riz. Like, you can figure out what Riz is because, like...
it's charisma.
Short charisma.
Yeah,
Yes, you can get that. But, like, why are kids just mindlessly saying 6'7" constantly with these little hand things?
Yeah, if you know, you know. It's that kind of deal.
So it has been studied, and it has been
It's been
traced
studied
back.
now. Okay.
Yes.
It's on a song, right?
So it's inspired by very, very beginning, Doot Doot 6'7" by Skrilla. And then that became something that was used because LaMelo Ball stands 6'7" tall, and he's an NBA player.
I would never use 6'7" because I can't stand that
And
dude.
so, because of those two references, there's this video of, like, is it like a high school basketball game?
Yeah, I think it's high school basketball, but the kid is got to be in middle school.
He has to be. And he's got, like, peak middle school boy, like, blonde Farrah Fawcett hair right now.
He's got the ice cream cone cut.
Yeah.
that
He's got
folds
the
down on
Hollywood.
side, yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the Hollywood from Titans.
And so
Remember the
the
Titans?
camera, and so the camera's like panning, and the kid's just like, oh no, like 6'7", 6'7", and that's
That's
the
what
thing.
it took off from?
So it came from these two references that's why the kid said it, and that's why the hand signals. That's why kids are so excited about the number 6'7" right now.
See, I thought it was all about me because I was born in 6'7".
Oh,
6'7".
look at you. So people are trying to figure out, like, what does it mean?
Here's the kid. He looks incredible in that photo.
And he's so excited to say it.
That's some good hair. That's some good hair. I'm not gonna lie. That's some 70s hair right there.
He's so excited to say it to the camera that like kids everywhere now just say it. And
Yeah,
so
well, it was a song at first by LaMelo Ball,
Uh-huh.
and LaMelo put it in there because he's 6'7", and then people were like, "Oh, this song is so good," and they started like saying it when like I don't know, tough, cool things would happen. They'd be like, I don't know how it evolved to where it is, but I saw a clip of a kid who looked exactly like that playing baseball, struck a guy out, and went 6'7". It's just excitement. I don't know how it got to that point, but that's what I remember seeing first is that kid.
It's crazy. I mean, I've seen it. I've never really got into it a whole lot. I thought it just came from some crazy song or something. So it's way more than, wow.
Oh my word. So it's gotten to the point that trying to have a conversation in my class, and the whole point of my class is that we have Socratic dialogues about the schoolwork that they've done. So the whole point is to have conversations, but it's just punctuated by either the hand signals or 6,
So
7.
do you get
Did you say 6, 7?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Yes.
8, 9, 10.
So it got so bad that the students were like, we're driving her crazy. So they're like, we're going to have a challenge. We're going to have a challenge. Whoever, they have like a fantasy football league. So it's like, whoever says 6, 7 has to give up one of their best players in their fantasy league.
Oh, that's good.
So they established this challenge, right? You would think that would terrify them because they've been arguing about like, I took this guy in the draft and I want to trade him and nobody wants to trade. I've heard about
But they
flowers.
still throw the term, and it's like, I'm taking Lamar. Dude.
Yeah, if that was the case, I'm shutting up. I'm not losing Bijan. There's no chance.
Yeah.
So they start it, and we're in our logic strand. They start the challenge there. Like all the students are there. We explain the challenge. Started there. We're not halfway through, and they've all lost.
Yeah.
They've all lost.
They
But
use
now,
the term. They use the term that much.
It's not even
Yeah.
that they lost. It's that everyone argued about how they didn't say 6, 7 or they didn't do the hand motion. So it became an even worse thing. So I had to end the challenge, which negated all of the losses. So there were no fantasy football trades. And I had to ban 6, 7 in my classroom.
I think if you say it instead of them losing it, that person doesn't even get to exist in fantasy football for the rest of the season. So not only can they not trade back for that person,
They're just out
that person is eliminated out for the season.
for the season.
They're Joe Burrow.
It's so crazy. I'm thinking about bringing like a jar of puffballs, and every time they say it, making them walk up and take a puffball out so they can just watch it dwindle as the day goes, because that's my will to live, diminishing.
Instead of that, you should get a slightly heavier ball, and every time they say it, you should throw it at them.
Yeah.
That would be my husband's tactic if he was in the classroom. But it's become so ubiquitous. You can buy socks. You can buy 6, 7 socks now.
Yep.
Aiden's got them.
There you go.
In all of the colors. And what it is are hands holding the number 6, 7 because it's the hand motion and the numbers.
Yeah.
So there you have it. There's your brain rot for Gen Z and Gen Alpha that's making me absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. There you go.
Well, it'll be something else next week. So
Yeah.
that's why we do the trends.
It's been 3 weeks, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Back into the news.
All right.
St. Augustine man pleads to threat to assassinate Trump, worried Trump would take his benefits. The same afternoon, the South Florida jury found a man guilty for planning Donald Trump's assassination. A St. Augustine man told a federal judge he had threatened to do the same thing. Edward Raymond Mellor, 52, pleaded guilty September 23rd for making a true threat of violence that could put him in prison for as long as 5 years. Mellor phoned the FBI on April 1st and told an employee that answered the phone, quote, "I want to assassinate the president." Why would you call the FBI to say that? Okay. Assistant U.S. Attorney Kelly
Here's your sign.
Milleron told U.S. Magistrate Judge Laura Lothman Lambert, very alliterative, during a change of plea hearing in Jacksonville. The call lasted just 17 seconds, but federal agents quickly tracked the source to Mellor's phone, and a federal grand jury indicted him just 8 days later. Milleron told the judge Mellor initially denied making the call and suggested his former boss might have hacked into his number, because I'm sure he has nothing better to
Yeah,
do.
because that's what former bosses do. They're so happy to be rid of you. Yeah, us go re-engage with a terrible employee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There might be a reason it's former.
Yeah,
in this
exactly.
case.
He's a terrible employee.
But she said the FBI employee who took the threatening call listened to Mellor's voice on the phone and said it matched the threatening caller.
Mhm.
The threat wasn't in the phone's call log, but forensic analysis found evidence showing it had been deleted, Milleron said. The man who called the FBI called the president a piece of I'll stop there.
Yeah.
And Mellor told agents Trump was going to take his benefits away, according to the summary Milleron read for the judge. It's not clear what benefits Mellor was worried about, but the Trump administration has discussed changes as too many agencies that inspired fear in some quarters about benefits being lost. In March, for example, the Social Security Administration launched changes that critics described as eliminating the ability to apply for some benefits over the phone, instead requiring in-person appointments. That just requires an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
Threats that might once have dismissed.
Well, you have to prove it's you.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't just call in and,
Yes.
and collect your mom's.
Because it could be your
Because
former
people
boss.
do that. It could, I mean, people
Could
do
be your
that.
former boss hacking
Yeah.
your phone.
Yeah. 6'7".
Here we go. I brought it here. I brought this on myself. All right. Threats that might once have been dismissed as crank complaining have gained more attention during an era of political violence, a year after Ryan Routh crouched behind bushes in West Palm Beach golf course
Mar-a-Lago Menace.
Mar-a-Lago Menace, waiting with a rifle for Trump, then only a candidate to approach. All right. Yeah, I would say, one, probably shouldn't say those things out loud.
Don't call the FBI.
Two, if you're going to say them out loud, don't literally call the FBI to tell them. If you do, don't do it on a phone that's registered to you.
Yeah.
Do it on your former boss's phone.
Yeah. Hack into his. This was not thought out. But this is a guy who probably was a terrible employee, got unemployed, got 86th, not 6'7".
I would say 86 is a scarier number.
Yeah. And it was, he's the guy that probably could work, isn't working, and lost those benefits. And he knew that he was capable of working and lost the benefits. So
The bright side.
should have got a job instead of making a phone call.
The bright side, his benefits are now secured for
Yeah.
up to 5 years.
Yeah. So,
He will have food. He will have housing. He will have clothes.
yeah. Yep.
Um,
And a boyfriend.
Did you say up to 5 years?
Up to
thought
5
I
years.
thought it was up to like 6 or 7 years.
mm-mm.
See what you did there.
Could put him in. I'm ignoring it completely. Could put him in prison for as long as 5 years. Yeah, I brought this on myself. I have no one to blame.
Yeah.
All right, so there's that.
And Bobby said that Madonna was allowed to talk about blowing up the White House, but
Yeah.
I don't think that was considered a legitimate threat. This was
So they
considered
did
a legitimate
investigate
threat.
her.
Yeah.
They did investigate her. They did not charge her with a legitimate threat. There was also the Kathy Griffin thing. She was also investigated. She faced more negative ramifications from that than Madonna did, but
Well, she was
that's
already
a
more.
different level of fame.
Yeah, I was going to say she. I mean, wasn't her show called The D List or something?
Yeah. I
She
think
had
it
she had
was.
a short-lived show called like The D List. She wasn't on the A list, the B list, or
Yeah.
the C list.
I watched the first season
Mhm.
with her husband, and he seemed to really love her. And then I don't know, I happened upon it in a hotel because I didn't have cable anymore, and she was single, and it was like, oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
this is
Rebecca,
this is devolving quickly.
Rebecca's saying our algorithms are screwed.
Yeah,
Try trends. It's great.
threads,
Threads,
Threads.
not trends, threads. So, can't even get that
Trending
right.
on threads.
Can't even get that right today.
All right. Another boy behaving badly.
Mhm.
Local teen allegedly tried to leave casino with the house pot.
Mhm.
Guessing this is not a piece of crockery. A 19-year-old facing grand theft charges.
Well, that's not the pot I was thinking of.
After deputies say he tried to steal the house pot at St. Johns County Casino. According to the sheriff's office, it happened just after 2 a.m. last Sunday at the Best Bet Casino in St. Augustine. Deputies say Levi Chimura was playing cards when he lost all his money gambling. That's when investigators say he reached across the table and grabbed the house money. He then bolted for the parking lot. Casino security stopped him before he could get away, and deputies arrested him for grand theft. Reporters went to his home in Green Cove Springs, but no one answered the door. Wonder why. Levi's mother declined to comment over the phone. One neighbor who did not want to appear on camera described Levi as a nice kid and said he was shocked to hear about the arrest. Action News Jax found that Chimura played baseball at Clay High School and is currently on the roster at St. John's River State College. We reached out he was currently. We reached out for Best Bet for comment.
Why has he got to be a baseball player?
So far, have not heard back. No baseball players have ever been caught in controversy because of gambling.
Yeah. Why? Why has it got to be a baseball player? Come on, man.
Hey, and first off, how is a teen gambling?
19.
No, you got to be 21 to.
Do you?
Yeah.
I thought you just had to be 18 to gamble.
Well, in Vegas you got to be 21. So maybe
Okay.
the casinos here you don't have to be 21.
I thought you just had to be 18.
I don't know.
So maybe that's that.
In Vegas you got to be 21. So.
Well, yeah, because they're trying to hand you free alcohol
Yeah.
constantly.
Yeah.
Maybe he was on teen night.
So,
Dude, you got to know when to hold him. Know when to fold him. Know when to walk away.
Know when to run. That wasn't the time to run.
Mm-mm.
When you grabbed other people's money.
Someone did not listen
baseball player.
Why has it got to be a
to
baseball
the
player?
theme song.
Come on, man. Doing us wrong. Just play with your team. Take their money.
Maybe if he was a track runner, he would have got out.
Yeah. No, I mean there's habits you develop as a baseball player, and gambling is one of them.
All right. Well, there it is.
Drinking's another one.
It appears he's excelled in at least one of those pursuits.
Not so much. He had to grab somebody else's pot if he was any good at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Facts. All right. Troy, how do you want to check the comments today?
on this hump day, I will hurriedly haul my way through the hallowed comments. Hooray!
That enthusiastic and hurried haul is brought to you by B&S Signs. Want your business to get noticed and stay that way? Turn to B&S Signs, proudly family-owned and serving St. Augustine for over 50 years. From bold vinyl lettering to towering pylon signs, they specialize in high-quality custom signage built to last. Their expert team handles everything design, installation, crane service, repairs, and maintenance with fast, responsive service that keeps your sign looking sharp. Make a lasting impression with B&S Signs. Visit bnssigns.com because when it comes to signs, they do it all. Also brought to you by St. Augustine Handy House. Need a customer prefab portable building that's built to last? Come to St. Augustine Handy House, proudly owned by Troy Usina Enterprises and serving the community since 1988. With over 70 structures in stock, from sheds and barns to carports and offices, you'll find the perfect fit for your needs. Every building includes free delivery, leveling, and anchoring, plus easy financing options. Visit them on State Road 16, open Monday through Saturday, or call 904-823-9092. St. Augustine Handy House, where quality meets convenience and community matters. All right, Troy, give us a comments report.
All right. Bobby wins on the 5 years ago. He was recovering from a heart attack. And
Ay,
Nick,
ay, ay.
you also get an honorable mention. You did not have two children at that time.
Quite a change.
Barbara Jean, she doesn't go to the wine sipping dog parks because she goes to Ben 39.
Which is the right
All
answer.
right. Levi, I'm sorry you couldn't get into a real college. No, joking. It's a great school. St. John's State's a great school.
There goes the sponsorship.
And Nick, yeah. Yeah, they're not.
Come on,
State's not writing checks.
St. John's River.
Yeah, they're not writing checks because they don't have any. And Nick has the word of the day. For the minions out there, you have to at least use the word dinkus. What a dinkus.
What a dick.
So at some point during the day, anybody who is listening or watching this has to use the word dinkus.
Not only was that kid a dinkus, that's probably the sound his head made when it hit the ground.
Mhm.
I would like to throw in another challenge. Make a 6'7" reference. Just
See?
if you're at work,
The fact that
we're
he's
6 to 7 days behind schedule. Just
Yeah.
something like that.
yeah. So
Just pass the brain
Yeah.
rot.
pass it along. Pass it along.
It's like the ring. If you pass it along, it won't actually rot your brain.
Yeah.
Do you have a stardom stat?
Stardom stat today for those trivia people that are just paying attention and loving to be here. On this day in 1968, the magazine show, and it is a magazine show,
Okay.
60 Minutes, debuted for the very first time.
All right.
All right. The big story was about the election of 68
Okay.
with Humphrey and Nixon.
Okay.
Nixon obviously won.
No way.
I didn't know if you knew. He won again in 72. He beat up my man, George. But the story of the day was the presidential campaign between the two of them.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of great stories have come out of 60 Minutes. So,
Yeah. Yes.
you know, so it started when I was one.
When you were merely one.
I was one.
Because it
I
started
don't
in
remember
6'8", not 6'7".
Yeah, it started in 68, not because you know what
Ay,
started
ay,
in
ay.
67?
Oh,
This guy.
Vaya Yoda.
This guy.
All right, that's Stardom Stat brought to you by St. August Pizza in downtown St. Augustine, right at the corner of Iberia and MLK. Get yourself a slice today. All right, plugs, Troy.
Plugs, get over there to trivia. We're not going to have Lenny there tonight, so
Nope.
and Lenny's like usually right in the top 3.
All right.
ASL. So it's kind of an open book. Lenny's got a lot of Cornell knowledge stuck in that noggin.
It has nothing to do with him being your co-host,
No,
and
no.
everything to do with him being
Actually,
from Cornell.
his wife Julie's super smart. So. It's not Lenny at all.
Hayden, do you have any plugs?
Show up trivia. I'll be at Bollocks tonight as well. So I'll see you guys then. And it is Lenny's wife that does all the work. I'll look at the table, and half the time when he comes to turn it in, he's like, let me check what she wrote down. Every
Yeah.
time.
And in case you're wondering what time me and Aiden will get there, it'll be between 6, 7.
I did this to myself. Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe to us on YouTube and Rumble. Check us out at Bollocks tonight. Bye, guys.